Shalom Uvracha. For a long time I desire to translate and to explain a little bit from the holy water of the Lekutey Moharan, the book that was written by Rebbe Nachman of Breslev, book that is a source of inspiration with no end. And definitely we can give a whole class about the Lekutey Moharan, but let's just jump into the reviving, refreshing water of life, and we'll learn Lekutey Moharan. So, Bezrat El Elyon, by the help of the Almighty, Highly God, that heavens and earth He established, He bought for Himself, that it's His, and gave us His Torah from the desert as a free gift, we will start printing, exploring, explaining new wisdom that was never revealed until now, on the words of Rabba Bar Bar Chana. The first few Torot in Lekutey Moharan are based on the words of the holy sage Rabba Bar Bar Chana, this holy righteous man. Rebbe Nachman chose his wisdoms that were revealed by him in the Talmud, in the Gemara, to be a foundation for Rebbe Nachman's wisdom. So there is a story that Rabba Bar Bar Chana came in the dream to Rebbe Nachman of Breslev and asked him, "Why aren't you explaining my Torot, my wisdom that is written in the Gemara?" So Rebbe Nachman took it upon himself to open the light that was treasured in the words of Rabba Bar Bar Chana. So after Rebbe Nachman is explaining a huge wisdom in his Torah, he is showing to us that all that wisdom is also fit into the wisdom of Rabba Bar Bar Chana. By that, he's showing to us that that wisdom is treasured in the words of this holy sage. And by that merit, we will have the merit to climb up to the city of Zion, to Yerushalayim, in great joy, Birnana, in songs, El Kiryat Melech David Chana, to the city of King David, where he parked, where was his place. So Torah Aleph, first Torah in Lekutey Moharan, we're not finishing it today, but we shall start. Ashrei T'mimei Darekh ha'olchim betorat Adonai. Praised or happy are those ones, innocent ones, who are walking in the path of the Torah of Hashem. You should know that by the Torah, when people are learning Torah, thinking Torah, explaining Torah, wanting Torah, all aspects of Torah wisdom, by the Torah, all the prayers and all the requests are being accepted. All those prayers and requests that we're asking and praying, they are being accepted. And the grace and the importance of the people of Israel is being raised in front of anyone that needs, spiritually and physically. Means angels that are helping the people of Israel to climb and to rise to their holy success, and physically in the ears and eyes and minds of ministers, of leaders, of important people who can assist and help. And very important, every time that we mention the name Israel, people of Israel, to remember that when we're talking about the people of Israel, we're talking about hundreds of millions of people. We're not talking only about the Jewish people that are one tribe out of 12. We're talking about the whole completion of the 12 tribes, the children of Yaakov. Because now, because of our horrible sins, the real grace and importance of the people of Israel fell. Because now, the main importance and grace is among the nations. But by the Torah, when the people of Israel are learning Torah, the grace and the importance of the people of Israel is rising. Why? Because the Torah is called yaALat ahavim yaALat chein. The simple explanation of the verse yaALat ahavim yaALat chein is the deer that is beloved and gazelle that is full of grace. That the sages learned on that verse that the Torah has the power to bring up grace on its learners. When people are learning Torah, the Torah is pulling grace on them. And by that, all the prayers and the requests are being accepted. That was one section. Second section. Because the Israeli person needs always to look in the wisdom of everything and to bond himself into the wisdom and understanding that there is in everything, in anything, means that we need to understand the purpose, the meaning, the essence, the reason for anything that comes into our lives. For what? For that wisdom to shine upon us. Which wisdom? The one that there is inside everything. To come closer to Hashem Yitbarach, to the Creator, by that thing. So anything that happens to you in life is coming for a reason. And if you're going to find that reason, you're going to understand that that thing happened to you to bring you closer to the Creator. Because the wisdom is a great light and it's shining for the person in all his ways. Like that it's written in Kohelet, words of King Solomon, the wisdom of the person will shine his face. So you see that wisdom is shining. So the wisdom is a great light. And that is the aspect of Yaakov. Because Yaakov gained, I don't know how you say that, eldership. He was the one that became elder. He was the one who got the blessing for being elder. That is the beginning. That is in the aspect of wisdom. Like that it's written, Reshit Chochmah. The first thing is wisdom. So you see that wisdom, that is the thing that Yaakov gained, was first. So Yaakov became first, and by that he became wise. And that's the aspect of what it is written in Bereshit. Vayakveni ze pa'amayim. That Esav said, Vayakveni ze pa'amayim. Yaakov was following me twice. Yaakov was cheating me twice. And Onkelos explained, what does it mean that Esav said, what was the intention of Esav when he said that Yaakov was following him twice? Vechakmani, he was wiser than me. So you see that Yaakov gained wisdom. And that is the aspect of the sun. Because the wisdom is shining to the person in all his ways, like the sun that is shining. And that's the aspect of the verse, Ve'orach tzadikim ke'or noga holech va'or ad nechon hayom. The path of the righteous one is shining bright and walking with them till the end of the day. So the sun, the light, is escorting them and shining for them in all their ways. And that is the aspect of the letter Chet. The letter Chet is the 8th letter in the Hebrew alphabet. And when we say the word Chet, that is the name of the letter, it sounds like the word Chiyut, Leshon Chiyut. Chiyut means life. Because the wisdom and the knowledge of understanding of things is the chiyut, is the essence of life. It's the power of life that revives, that gives life to anything. Like that it's written, HaChochma techayeh et be'aleh. The wisdom gives life to its owners. Means that, let's say that an apple is healthy, it's also tasty. So it's the reason why we have apples. Okay, by like simple understanding, a house is a place that we can hide from the rain or can sleep at nights or like whatever, being in privacy and feel comfort. So that's what gives us the reason to build houses, to build nice houses. So you see that the houses are alive, apples are alive because of the wisdom that is treasured within them. But because that the wisdom but because that the light of the wisdom is very big, is very large, you cannot achieve it in any other way but through the aspect of the letter Nun. We spoke about Chet, that is Chiyut, life, and now we're saying that we cannot receive that Chiyut, that life, in any other way but through the letter Nun. Nun is a wonderful letter. The numeral value of the letter Nun is 50. that is in the aspect of kingship. Why the letter Nun is in the aspect of kingship? Like that it's written, Lifnei Shemesh Yinon Shemo. In front, not in front, before the sun is coming, Yinon Shemo. Yinon will be his name. One of the names of the true Messiah will be Yinon. And Rashi explained on that. Rashi was one of the commentaries, holy commentaries on the Torah, and he said, Leshon Malchut, it means kingship. So before the sun, his name will be Yinon, means that before the time of redemption, the Messiah will come. And Rashi is aiming us to understand that this verse is talking about the Messiah because it's talking about kingship. And that's the aspect of the moon. Because the moon does not have light of its own, just what that it receives from the sun. Right? The moon is not shining, just the light that it receives from the sun, like the mirror. And that is the aspect of kingship. That is written on the kingship, Deleit la migarma klum, that the kingship does not have anything of its own, from its own, just only what it's receiving from the chet, from the letter chet. A real true king is the one that knows that there is a higher king. The Messiah, the Melech HaMashiach, the king, is the one who knows that Hashem is the real king. So, the chet, like we said, is the aspect of chiyut, of life, aspect of wisdom, shining onto the moon. So the aspect of sun, that is the light, that is shining its wisdom, is shining to the moon, and the light of the moon becomes like the light of the sun. Explanation is needed. Explanation is needed. By you looking into the light of the wisdom that is treasured inside every situation and situation, by that you can enjoy the wisdom that is treasured within that thing. If you will not understand what the purpose of the house is, you will not enter into the house. But now that you looked and you observed and understood what's the purpose of the house, you can come into the house and enjoy, build one and have one and live in one and enjoy it and bring guests into your house. But a person that is not tying and connecting himself into the wisdom and understanding and life that there is inside everything, that is the aspect of Esav, the brother of Yaakov, that disgraced the, I'm using this word again and again, eldership. I don't know if it's a word even in English, but that aspect of being elder, he rejected it, he disgraced it, he did not respect it. Like that it's written, Vayivez Esav et ha-Bechorah. It's not that Yaakov stolen the Bechorah, the eldership, from Esav. It's just that Esav disgraced it and gave up on it for a bowl of soup. Yes. Dehainu ha-Sechel. He rejected the wisdom. Like we said, that the wisdom is the aspect of Reshit, of the wisdom is the aspect of the first thing. The first thing, like we said, is the aspect of eldership. In the aspect of the verse, Lo yachpotz ksil bitvuna, a silly person, a stupid person will not desire wisdom. Just, he will desire hitgalut libo, behitgalut libo, only to express his feelings, to express his heart, to be self-centered. And that's the aspect of the evil kingship, the aspect of Levana de Sitra Achra, moon of the other side, like the dark side of the moon or something like that. That on it says, Vechafra halevana, that the moon is ashamed. The moon is like a mirror. It's a tool. It's a potential. It's in power. If you If you desire wisdom, the light will shine upon you and will go bright and will illuminate the world that depends on you. But if you turn your face away from it, so you're in that aspect of the other side of the moon, the dark side of the moon, and you're not catching the light of the sun, so you do not shine, and then you lost it. We finished this portion for today. Thank you so much. We shall continue soon. Thank you.
My name is RDMC with the Muna Project, all the nations with me. Close your eyes, just breathe, see the truth. Don't chase the fake world, don't buy the fake news. Be yourself, your own true self. Don't let no one take our natural wealth. See the good, no fear, no despair. Cherish who that you are and share. Source of power from an endless spring. Light of courage in yourself, yes.
They can kick you down to the ground. Hold yourself up till you are, put up your crown. King of the Creator, holy soul inside. Focus on the spiritual and you shall